I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the world. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the world. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the world. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the world. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the world. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the world. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time.
Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming as Waylander Gaming Kalashnikov presents the Ultimate Clan Rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. We've got 12 teams in the mix. This is day number 1, week number 1. It's the opener. It's the time to rise, to show us what you're capable of on everybody's favorite rear angle map as we take a look at the actual map. And plane taking a northwesterly direction here, heading across pretty much the central of the map. So will we see our typical Rozhok school, George Paul as our hot drops? There's a potential because it started off so low. Maybe the military base. Is anybody going to be brave enough to land on that little island? It's got some decent loot, but as per usual, it looks like we've got a couple of people heading towards our school. Boatyard is another potential location, right? But the earlier drops don't seem to be heading off into the same area, but it looks like we have 2 teams going off towards Boatyard. So this is going to be dangerous because Boatyard, I mean, a recent introduction, but quite an interesting layout, shall we say, in compared to typical Erangel style of play. I did notice in a couple of other tournaments that it was major differences in terms of like how you position. As you can see, there's already a knock here onto Legion, who just dropped on the outskirts, is going to be hunted down. Legion trying to crawl to some sort of safety behind the crates, hoping that his teammates could actually get close enough just to provide that certain degree of protection. Rolex returning fire. However, they've got a different kind of spread. Bombastic making that a play to try to just go in for the revive, but meanwhile it's going to be Retail into the mix. Is he going to get knocked? He is going to get knocked. There should be a flash there, but his teammates are coming across as Rolex did take quite a lot of damage himself, and so that's going to be the first elimination. But oh my goodness, Rolex managing to, or almost managing to do a lovely strafe jump coming across from traps as they manage to take out the entire team. Team number 5, first team eliminated just like that. Boatyard proving to be very deadly. Team number 4, VXZ, with the 3 eliminations. A retrial should get a revive very shortly. Now let's take a look at other areas of George Paul. It's always George Paul. Why is it never not George Paul? As Team 17 in the mix up against... Who's close by here? We're just waiting for this to load in. Team number 3. And, okay, George Paul is quite big, right? So it looks like everything's fairly close by. But, you know, as things stand, there's going to be quite a decent spread between the 2 teams. And a lot of cover. I mean, you can look at it, right? It looked like on the mini-map, right? Oh, they landed one on top of the other, but look at this. There's streets in between them. Not even a street. Streets. Ghoster, Zeus in the front line. They would hear the sounds, though, most definitely. I think from that range, you should be able to hear that something is cooking. They're across that big street here. MDR. DV. Will we see them head off in towards a very early skirmish? And, well, as you know, hi Leda, how are you doing? And, Faisal, it's not only you who sees ads. Ads will always be popping up every few, not few seconds, right? But every, like 15 minutes or so. Because this is a channel that has, the ability to activate ads. It's how we gain some revenue, and well, we use the revenue to actually sponsor tournaments. So what comes in goes out, and the community grows and benefits from that. But with that being said, I wonder. So the point system, as I was saying before I started talking to the live chat, the point system is massively important in terms of playstyle. We're just watching Zeus here on the high ground. I suppose it's all in the name. But Zeus taking a lot of damage and being knocked nobody from range. Which just sounds so wrong to say that nobody from range managed to kill Zeus. MDR Street. Crossing the street and has the wall for cover. Just would have been spotted out, but the team now going in for, I think, a little bit of a rush play. We should see the wraparound. So nobody, I think, is the one going to be taking the high ground just to provide that snipe capabilities. The Street is just waiting ever so patiently for his teammates, because I mean, you don't want to go in there with a numbers disadvantage. Heads off into the prone, doesn't want to give away too much in terms of position. Would have heard Ghoster, probably seen if we went for that little bit of an angle there just to peek, as Here to Kill is in the mix as well. He's got some nade sets. Here to Kill with the jump over the wall is waiting as they're trying to secure the low ground. The two of them are making their movements across. Oh, nice shots from range coming through once more. It's nobody with a knock on to Sanity. Meanwhile, Insane is in the opposite compound building, as Street is just investigating building by building just to make sure that there's going to be no wraparound players or repositioning. But as they're heading up here towards the high ground, there's going to be a bit of tag damage coming through from across as Sanity trying to get back to safety. But the side of MDR, they're on the hunt right now. Oh, it's going to be Here to Kill who's been knocked. And the follow-up is here from Street, just keeping his teammate alive, gets the knock in return. But now it's going to be a big staircase fight, as it's a 2v1 situation here. Oh, nobody into the mix once more as he manages to get a knock onto two. They're just oh, Street walked in there, got knocked himself, but his teammates were there to cover up nobody with some excellent plays here. And George Ball getting his team 3 eliminations, 4 overall, Street picking up 1 as well, and should be able to revive his teammates. We're still stage 1, and now there's the spread between the teams, though. You know, I was talking about military base being a nice place to have went for the drop early on. Looks like it was, based on the way the EMP zone is, but we could be watching 2 teams, Team 15, and it's Team 19, that could potentially be heading close towards one another. Are they? That's the... Okay, it's quite a bit of a spread here. Team 19 just sort of crossing the river there very quickly. So they would have went past one another. You could have heard the movement, but I don't think the sight or the vision was there just yet. With that being said, we switch across here once more to Team 7, Team 11, 7mm, who have a SN in their sights. Opa taking a lot of damage there. Musafa from range, just quite accurate. Scorpion with some fire as well. Just using that window for cover, doesn't want to give away too much, as this a lighthouse is proving to be very deadly. Does see SN blocks like legitimately a pixel, but you know, getting damage at that range, quite impressive. Well, 7mm, it's going to be difficult for them to try to get towards that lighthouse. I think they're just going to reposition. But with the MP zone closing in where it is, right, at least at this stage, this choke points across the bridge is going to prove to be vital if the MP zone decides it wants to head off towards the island. So retrial traps, they did have a very nice bit of play early on. Are they heading off towards Team 15? They've been spotted. They're spotted out here, Team 4, but holding fire just for the moment is Retro. He knows he doesn't want to give his advantage away just yet. They're just waiting, patiently peeking. The sight is in there. Now he takes the opportunity, gets a bit of tank damage onto Trap. The return fire comes through, but his teammates also have this position on lockdown. Team number 4 are in a bit of a hot spot here as they're trying to get some fire onto the vehicle. Oh, they managed to get a knock here. Can they get the flush? Fendi is in a lot of danger. The fire is coming through. Fendi trying to just keep that angle just safe. And Fox manages to get that elimination. The flush onto Fendi. The jump down here, nice from Retro, as he's going for the wraparound play in the vehicle, waiting for his teammate. And they're going to try to okay, he's not waiting for the teammate. He's just going straight in here to reposition himself and get that rush play coming through. They sense blood in the water. You've already managed to pick up one elimination, so you know you've got the numbers advantage, and that is that. Ooh, nice repositioning here. Look at the damage after retrial 99. Who has been knocked, but can almost knocked you. Can they get that flash coming through? Not quite at that angle. Teammates should be in there, switching to the shotgun. Retro wants to go for the rush play, but will be taking that complete wraparound angle, I think. Or is he going for the high ground? Looks like it. I thought he was going for that complete wraparound, but deciding to go in for that high ground play as Egos. Hi Nico 07. Ooh, take a bit of damage. Got into prone very, very quickly just to save himself from because that was like a bit of a. I think it was almost like a headshot coming through there. There's a lot of damage being dealt. But team number 4, they are looking in a very, very dire situation right now. It's so difficult because they've got a decent 2, or rather, it's like a 1-1-1 split between their teammates, and you've just got team 4 trapped in here, the vehicle just way too far away at this moment in time. So how can they escape from such a situation? Well, this is where things are hot up. Yeah, Odin, I agree with that. Bridge is always a problem. I like to call it the bridge over troubled water, because it's just never, never, never good. Oh, the chase is on. We're going for Fast and the Furious. Yeah, there's a knockout to traps on his vehicle. As Schmucks is just hoping to land those shots, but he's now going to receive some fire himself. Goes for a drift and jump out of the vehicle. Smoothly done here from the side of Team 15. Hi Nico is in the building. He's gonna, I think, went into the bike for the high ground play. Now they've got a complete wraparound. They're using these vehicles very, very nicely. Meanwhile, just off screen, Musafa gets a knock for 7mm. Now the hunt is on. Can they get to Traps? Traps has been knocked. And that is a full team wipe. Oh, no, no, no. It looks like 2 of the members managed to get away. I thought there was actually a full team wipe. It's a retrial and drags who've got themselves into a vehicle and they got out. And there as we head towards talking about our bridge over troubled water, as Musafa was the one just locking down the bridge. We are at stage 2, and as you can take a look at it, the EMP zone is actually closing in on that island. Maybe my guess was right that the island was going to be a good drop zone, but a good drop point. Well, you know, sometimes the casters, you cast and say enough things enough times, you're going to get it right once or twice. It's the law of averages. And Musafa is, trying to exercise that same law in this moment in time. It's like, okay, if I fire enough, according to the law of averages, I'm going to hit at least once. At the same time, he's keeping them locked in, but you don't want to be wasting too much of ammunition. Oh, is he gonna go for that wrapper? Oh, I'm saying wraparound, right? It's not really a wraparound. It's using the structure to your advantage. It's either gonna work in your favor or it's gonna pay off. Gonna be not so good. But let's head into this. Oh, Rise takes a ton of damage from Pocha, who's managed to get the lock, and the repositioning from Musafa. Clever, clever, clever. That's communication. Very much on point, but I think the rest of Team 19 would have known that what's going on. Are they going to be heading off the bridge themselves? Maybe reverse and try to get in across a different way. I mean, it was last week in Ground Zero we were watching NAM, Namibia Esports, in a similar sort of situation, and this was like, I think it was like stage 6 or 7, and they swam for it, and I mean, whoever was the shot caller there was straight out genius. They managed to get across the river and pick up the chicken dinner as well. In a, like, their positioning was just not on in terms of the stage that it was. You had to cross the river somehow, some way. They made it. By swimming and not using any bridges or anything else. It was fantastic. So we do have 3 teams already being eliminated in its entirety right now. We're down to 9, right? So you can say in the top 10, technically speaking, right? And teams are being quite respectful of one another in terms of they know they're up against some really good players here. They don't want to overdo it, but as the Musafa just tries to get a bit of spray damage onto Retro, who has the speed to disengage, even though there was some big open space. He is out of the vehicle there and behind the rock for safety. Meanwhile, okay, now he's repositioned there. Meanwhile, it's Dries who are in quite a bit of danger. I mean, they've lost 2, and they're stuck in the middle of the bridge. They're sandwiched in between 2 teams right now, Team 15 and 7mm, as we saw on the other end, Team 11. It's just, this is not a good space to be in. I think patience is going to be the name of the game. You know that there's other teams that will be coming across, and so those teams that have you locked on either end of the bridge, well, it's going to be difficult for them to actually stay there for so long. Meanwhile, Musafa making this movement across, they would have heard him coming up that side of the bridge, right? They're waiting very patiently. They don't have much by way of utilities, at least Hancho does it. Fear's got 2 nades and a couple of smokes. So can they use that? But I mean, right now they're probably not even breathing into their mic very heavily. As Musafa, he's got eyes for Team 15 on the high ground, just waiting for that. Meanwhile, Puta does take a bit of damage there. Oh, but there's going to be the spot out. They finally manage to see him. He's got the shotgun. He goes to the strafe jumps. But Mufasa gets knocked. Can he get it? There's no way to survive this one, right? Though Fear has that opportunity to jump out and finish off Musafa, who is hoping that actually to get cover from Team 15. But his health bar is ticking down. His teammates... it's on the bridge, right? This is too difficult to come in for the rescue. That's the question. Can they get the revive done? It's going to be very challenging. Once Mukuru on the high ground here just spots out Team 8 and Kylie all crawling to safety, but will we see the flash coming through? As there we're going to see another elimination going the way of 7mm, but I don't think Mufasa is going to be able to survive this. Mufasa has life has expired. Meanwhile, we're back here onto the bench. It was a lovely split here between the teammates of 7mm, but we're heading into that point in time where the EMP zone closing in is going to be the issue, as it's Rise trying to fight his way through this, but has been hunted down by Team 15. Meanwhile, Puta's like, wait a minute here, I'm going to be in a 4v1 situation. My teammates are fighting there on the high ground as well, and so that seems to be Mr. Joker from Team 8 from HJ taken out. Bucky is a bit away from everybody, so should be able to survive this as the chase is on. Will they be able to get to where Bucky is? Scorpion has been locked down. I'm sure Scorpion has the ability to heal up as the chase is up here. They want to get into the high ground. Shotguns are out. They're going for the dancer to the roof, and that 2v1 situation. Scorpion took the brunt of the damage, but, it's got enough medical resources to get back healthy. And now we're down to the final 6 teams. We're heading into stage number 3. And as we said, surprise, surprise, it's going to be the safe zone here on the island. Military base it is. Once more, there is a bit of a spread between the teams. It is only stage 3, to be fair, right? We'll be heading into stage 4 very soon. And it's as you can see, it's under a minute to go. As 7mm, they had control of the bridge. Team 15 came across and I wouldn't say snatched the control, but they managed to get themselves across, picking up a couple of eliminations along the way. And now they want to re-establish the control here. As FSA Sandman Guru took big hit, and no one close by, but his teammates like Scorpion and stuff are in vehicles. I think he's heading towards Guru, but has to be very careful as he's making that movement across that open ground. Does not want to be knocked himself. Scouts out first. Yeah, best safety it is. Smokes there being provided for cover. Always good to use the smokes. They're there. Ooh, Scorpion has been spotted out. Now has to reposition. Was that a little bit too many smokes, do you think? He does see where Hineko is. But his primary target is to try to get the revive onto Guru. Meanwhile, there is skirmishes happening here just on the outskirts as SN are in the mix here. Oh my goodness, this is nobody who was doing such an excellent job in the early game just takes a knee to the face and a fistful of bullets. Only Blocks has been knocked from the side of SN, who do get the revive onto him and here to kill. I think left in a solo situation. So definitely the hunt is on. Are they going to be making that play? They do have the numbers advantage. Just waiting with that, or at least thought was waiting with the nade. Are they going to be placing pressure in here? Opa is going for the wraparound. Actually, they're all heading into their vehicle. Are they going to be leaving here to kill because they sense that it might be too difficult to get into the compound? Personally, I don't think so, but it's the EMP zone that's going to force him out. So yeah, I think that's clever using the EMP zone. Getting to the safety part, and they know that he's going to have to try to exit this building. You can't stay there forever. We're in stage 4. This is not where things tickle. It's where it hurts. The molly's coming through there as they're just trying to force here to kill out of that second floor. But the staircase is on fire, so you can't really go for the rush play just yet. They just want to nade him through this particular area. Meanwhile, team number 15 picking up a knock there. We're still at 16 players. The mollies are being used to force. Now I think it should be the rush play up the staircase as Hassan is making his movement across. They do spot out. It is quite a bit of damage now, but between them, right, it's just too many people in the mix, and that's going to be here to kill taken out, and we're down to the final 5. Meanwhile, the original skirmish that we were taking a look at, which is team 15, they've picked up even more eliminations. They've been doing quite a good job here, and they managed to take out the entire of team 11 7mm. Guru the last to fall, and now we're down to 4 teams. The EMP zone is just here outside of the military base, and well, it's team 15 already in a sort of centralized location. So the question is, are they going to stick to staying in a centralized location, waiting for the teams to come towards them? Are they going to be using this vehicle plays? That is really the big question. As Kylie says, the only team they were worried about was 7mm. Yeah, they did very well, but it was team 15 that managed to eliminate them here in this battle. Their movement was very much on point. Now team 6 is heading up towards team 15. They've already racked up 8 eliminations in total. They've got that split going as it's going to be SN who has been knocked. I think it was I wonder how one of their members or somebody with a Chinese symbol. And they've got this 2-1 split as Retro just providing that cover again from a different direction. Fox is but they do get that return fire onto Retro as Nico 77 making the play inside here. Goes in with a shotgun. He's on the staircase. Oh my word. Manages to get a bit of damage, but takes some himself as the teammates are there. But Nico has to now reposition because he's getting shot in from behind. It's going to be just one player knocked. Fox, meanwhile, providing cover from that the outskirts as the EMP zone now is forcing everybody away. Blox trying to get some shots off from through the window as Fox now has to reposition himself. Retro throwing the smoke out for cover. Smux has been knocked. It's Opa. Oh my goodness. Trying to get out of the building, but he's been knocked himself. This is now a 2v. I think it's a 2v2 situation as things stand. It really need the revive here, Fox, onto Retro. But it's Aineko inside the building in the midst of the EMP zone, goes in with a shotgun, manages to get the flush, but he needs to heal up really quickly. This is stage 5 EMP zone. Look at how that health bar is going to be taking. He's holding it here just on that. I mean, look at this. Look at the positioning. EMP zone. It's right there. It's the Tiger who's taking the damage. Now he has to get out. Oh, but he walks into a nade. That was beautifully timed. Now he needs his teammates to come through clutch for him. It's just Fox and Retro left standing as they're going to be trying to get the chase on here. And they finally do get those eliminations. Nades coming through. Their injured teammates, wounded, crawling to safety of the mist. And we're down to 3. EMP zone changing location once more, and it's FSA who have probably be wondering where everybody has been for this entirety of the game. They've been like, wait, where's everyone? What's going on here? Are we on the map by ourselves? No, of course not, right? Some strategies here all about playing safe and getting to this particular stage, then racking up the eliminations and getting positional points as well. Like I said, the scoring system plays a massive role in playstyle and rotation strategies as we are down to the final 3 teams. Who will clutch this out? Who's going to be taking the very first chicken dinner, which is quite a big thing. Not gonna lie. It's quite a big thing. The spot out is there. Sandman is the one who takes damage here. Sam, MC is there as well, but is going to take a lot of fire. Has been knocked. Mopicel trying to get something done, providing the cover from range, but just gets... Oh my word, that's so brutal when you actually look at it from the player's point of view. Just driven over there as once more is Ego just picking up the kills. Now they know they're in a 1v1 situation, as in squad versus squad, but they've got this high ground advantage, and the EMP zone was just forcing everybody in. They get the double knock. Can they get something done? But there's so much ground to cover as Smux with the he's just zizzing his way across here. At the very edge of the EMP zone. Oh my goodness, Retro gets the elimination from range, and Team 15 Ego. What a performance from them. Excellent performance. That was something. I mean, if you're looking at it, right, that's 19 eliminations in a map with, what was it, 44 players at the start? That's almost 50% of the lobby, plus the chicken dinner. What a showing from them in the first game. We're taking a look at SN with no eliminations in second position. FSA, no eliminations in third. SN1, the second squad here with Blocks, Opa, Scroof, and Sun, with 3 eliminations in fourth. 7mm, the dangerous 7mm. You know, 6 eliminations in fifth position. MDR with 6 eliminations in sixth. HJ, no eliminations in seventh. Rise with no eliminations in 8th. VXC with 5 eliminations in 5th position. DV, no eliminations, 10th. The solo player from Risky, no eliminations in 11th. And the Bombastic Rolex and Legion, no eliminations in 12th. And that's going to be our scoring. Let's head into the stars of the show. It's Hineko with the going all out 8 eliminations. Best companion went to Fox with 4 rescues. And Ego finished picking up everything, and Fox again once more with the finisher. And so that was our scores for the first game. I think it's Murmur and then Rondo, the next 2 coming up, but we'll have those lobbies up and running and set for you in just a moment. So we're heading into the pause screen. We'll be back in just a bit.
can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the wall. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the wall. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the wall. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always wait. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the wall. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always wait. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the wall. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always wait. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the wall. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the wall. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the wall. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the wall. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. This is Waylander from Waylander Gaming with Kalashnikov as we present you the ultimate clan rumble. It's game number 2 of day number 1. We're into, as I like to call it, the dusty plains of Marmar, where it's all about sniping. Well, snipers and potentially a shotgun if you're going in for the close combat, because we have seen, to be very honest, some excellent use of the shotgun on this map, especially if you know how to use the vehicle strat to your advantage. It has been a deadlier weapon than expected. But with that being said, right, let's just head into the map here. I just want to see the regions that most of the teams are going for the drop in. There is Picado, Power Grid, San Martin, Montenegro, Los Leones. I mean, the plains are a bit far away from that. So that means potentially El Pozo. But there is a decent amount of spread. It just looks like, Snipe Nation, FSA. They're all heading off towards Picado. SN, or at least one of the Snipe Nation squads, they're like, oh, wait. Let's, there's 3 teams dropping in here. This could be very dangerous for us. Team 12, Team 10, in very close proximity to one another. They're going to have to loot up as quickly as possible. This is going to be a race against the clock in terms of who is going to be able to loot up first. As just any weapon will do right now before the firefight is about to begin. As you can hear, shots raining in already. Snipe Nation, they've dropped on the outskirts, so they're in there for a potential third party. Mobicel is the one just providing the vision from the other end of this building, but the entire of Team 10 are in basically an apartment block. This is, if we have to make this South African, right, this would be the Cape Flats. Although the Cape Flats is named after the fact that it's flat, not so much the flats themselves. So there's some shout outs for KS, and well, we're gonna get a look at them very shortly. We're just gonna be following the skirmish between these two tens. As Shadow peeked around the corner and just took a big blast there. Does have at least some medical resources here to heal back up. Fortunately, I mean, that's not normal to get what you need this early on, at least exactly what it is. But these two teams have gotten a lock on each other as we just make a check across here. It's Sahil, the one making the movement across with the wraparound play. His teammates providing cover, but does he know? Switches to the shotgun, going in for the movement towards the high ground. Bin Laden has got the Sahil, lovely shotgun blast, gets the knock and then gets out. Doesn't want to be in a huge firefight just yet. Knows that there's the potential. You did know that Shadow R would possibly be on the outside. Still around there, and he with the wraparound play, wonderfully done. Doesn't go for a flush. Okay, does the flush does come through in any case, and that's going to be a full team wipe as it's Bin Laden with the final kill there. With Snipe Nation, Hassan blocks and Opa, they're deciding to hightail it from this vicinity. They're like, look, we can't find a team that's that looted up. And our previous winners, Ego, in a battle here with MDR already. And this is on the outside here, if I'll pause, as it's nobody Dravy on one end. It's a 2-2 split going in from team number 3, with Neko providing the high ground cover. Here to Kill. I think he has spotted out the fact that Here to Kill is in the building and on the second floor. Can he get to him though? That's the quick question. Or is he going to be making will he be making that play across? Or did he see? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm assuming that he might have spotted out, but I mean, by staying inside there, he does see Street, however, waiting for just that right angle to get some shots to be fired here onto Street. Meanwhile, Fox from the other end, they went for this complete wraparound play. They want to try and lock MDR into position. As you can see from the mini-map and our aerial view, how they've got the lock inside here. Meanwhile, Neko, with the damage onto Street, he's been waiting for the longest period of time to try to get that done. Will it be Smurks who's going to make that movement across, or is it Fox? Fox is the one who is trying to get across just to get that flash going. But also has to be careful. Once more, Neko, he's the one that's from range, just finding all the right angles. But I don't know that, I don't think he knows that Here to Kill is just above him right now, who has decided to try to get out there. You would have heard the shots coming through. Switches it for close range. It's going to be a quick close range battle here as the spray comes through. He needs time to reload. Oh, shots through the door. But Here to Kill still somehow alive. Neko with the nade set up here. Here to Kill has positioned on the outside. But still, it's going to all come down to this one moment in time of timing between the two. So Neko had a lovely, lovely position there, right? But as you can see, Here to Kill going for the high ground once more, staying very safe. Took quite a bit of tag damage there from Neko. Nobody in Street have been knocked, and so Ego, they are, once more on the prowl. But will we see Neko be able to actually find where anybody is? Meanwhile, Fox and Smurks, they are trying to get the lock onto Dravy. And there can be no real cover being provided. Dravy make the play on the outskirts here, trying to get back to safety. So it's now just Here to Kill, who is on that high ground. But we will see Neko just seeing, okay, guy is on the high ground. I need to strategize as to how I need to get to where he is. Shots being fired once more. They just can't land it onto Here to Kill, who's got a very narrow staircase to stay safe with. It's a literal choke point within the building. Yeah, utilities are the only way to try to force him out from there. It's just pop a nade. Hopefully it forces him down towards the staircase, because even though he's got that choke point, he is in danger, obviously, with the numbers advantage. He gets the knock here onto Fox, and so he's bringing this a bit more to his advantage. This is such a difficult place to try to get into, especially if you don't have the utilities to do so at this moment in time. Here to Kill, he just made a peek outside here, but this is very, very dangerous. Are they going to go for the rush play up the staircase? As Neko is just waiting. Oh, he does see him, and the timing was just right. He waited for the perfect opportunity. And Ego, as Odin says in chat, very, very dangerous. Now we're taking a look at FS. They've managed to get themselves once more into a skirmish here up against the Snipe Nation. Oh, that bit of tag damage here onto Hassan. As it's Bin Laden here just spraying out the shots, but he is in a numbers disadvantage and will be eliminated. His teammates were a little bit split up here as Sahir and Majestic are trying to make a play across here for, I mean, just Bin Laden. No, there's two Bin Ladens here. Bin Laden OP. Oh, nice from Bin Laden OP. Gets the knock here onto blocks. As Sahil in the front line as well. From inside the building, switches to a shotgun, and that's going to be complete team wipe. But they did lose two players in the mix. Both Majestic and Bin Laden have been eliminated. Murmur is a lot more violent, I would say. Because, I mean, normally it's Irango, that really high octane level gameplay. But this time around, it's Murmur that's providing that for us, as we are outside Hacienda del Patron as two teams. It's team number 5 and team 13, very close to one another. But I mean, close to the minimap does not mean close in the game. But I think they would have potentially spotted out, or at least heard. Let's get to see, right? Let's just switch to our aerial view here. As you can see, there is a huge bit of open space between the two teams. If either one spots the other, then this could be the start of the fight between the two. As Lisi is the one trying to get that bit of vision from, I mean, I know he's looting up here at the top of this, right? But a little bit of vision will do through those small windows. A window of opportunity, shall we say, to see who you need to see. But so far, they haven't really spotted each other out just yet. But Ego could be making their way across. Will they take a stop by? I mean, Del Patron is a very big location. I mean, San Martin on the other end as well. They could be heading off more towards that region, maybe the power grid as well. Just taking a look at what seems to be 3 teams on the road that could converge on one another. It's just a question of which team first, whereas it's still in stage 1, right? And so the EMP zone quite large. Teams still have some time before they decide to go in to make those rotations towards the safety at this moment in time. But FS also on their way here towards San Martin. Now the play zone closing in as we are entering stage 2, forcing everyone to head in at least close to between Montenegro and Power Grid is where things will be at. But once more, I mean, if team number 5 stay where they are just because for the moment in time, I mean, it's not a bad idea to wait as the play zone comes through, as shots are being fired here. Mr. Bombastic gets a knocker to Jay. Oh, the lovely angle from Mr. Bombastic. As the song say, he's playing very fantastic. And manages to get a couple of knocks with the EMP zone closing in here. They don't want to overdo it. Shots being fired into the smoke. Maybe it's time. Oh, he doesn't have the utilities to do so, as KS Rolex is the one trying to close the distance, as the rest of the team are just, oh, lovely wraparound play from Rolex as he manages to get the knock onto Crux. Smoke has been thrown out. There's the molly. That's what you need through the smoke, as it's going to be Dexter taken out. Everybody taken out. Bombastic picking up 3 kills. Rolex the 1. And with that, team number 5 4 eliminations. And we're down to the final 7 teams already. And it's just stage 2 at this moment in time. So that patience game here, just around Hacienda del Patron, working a treat for the side of team number 5. I mean, it's always, when you're sitting there, especially if it's in a town on the edge of the EMP zone, you know, you don't have to be waiting there very long. It's just a couple of minutes. Somebody will be heading your way. If no one does within a few minutes, then you know no one's coming there at all. Right? And so there's an opportunity to get those pickoffs very quickly. The same thing could be said here, as we will head into stage 3 not too in the not too distant future, as team number 8's HJ, they have control of El Pozo, and you could see HV making that movement across towards them, especially once that EMP zone closes in and forces that play across. As you can see, they're playing the patience game. Yes, they're waiting. Very interestingly enough, they're deciding to have a little bit of a dance here. As Joker took a bit of damage, and so they're like, oh, wait a minute, something is happening. We knew that this was going to be a potential choke point. Now it's time to be on the move, on the hunt. It's game face time. They went for that split. They always, if you've noticed, right, they do allow Bucky to stay at range. He's the sniper for the team, and where vision needs to be. Meanwhile, there is another battle going on elsewhere. As it's Ego once more. They get the knock here onto our Snipe Nation Chinese name, and they're just circling in, not giving any bit of relief. And there's the flush coming through. It was just he was in a solo situation. He just went on the outskirts of Picado, maybe doing some recon work for the team, and then he just got picked off. And sometimes, you know, when you just make those recon movements, it just proves a little bit dangerous. Because if you run into a team, and I mean, Ego, they're a 3-man from the start. They've just been racking up the kills, and they've got themselves, again, at least very minimum, is 7th position. And after that first performance of theirs in Erangel, I mean, I'm quite interested to see what the points are going to be like come the end of the day. Alright, so Ego with the reposition, and let's take a look at HV. They should be, they're at Montenegro, right? They should be making their movement across very soon. I'm sure they've looted up to pretty much the max, because they were on the very, very outskirts of the EMP zone, having a much more comfortable time in terms of, okay, we've looted up and now we're going to be making those rotations in. The question is, oh, not Montenegro, they were on the outskirts of El Pozo. The question is, are they going to head towards El Pozo? Because if they do, they're walking straight into HJ. But if they go around on the outskirts, it's going to be Rise, who are on the southern border. So that's the real question for them right now. Which way are they going? Because the EMP zone is closing in time now. So decisions. It looks like they're going to be heading in the southern direction. On the road in the EMP zone, right? I mean, it's stage 2, so you're not going to be stressing too much about it. It'll be stage 3, which does, like you said, it hurts a little bit. As everybody is sort of getting into their vehicles, they're getting themselves ready and set. But potentially, as I said, a skirmish between them and Rise, depending on who's going to be prepared for this. As Rise know, okay, they're on the move themselves. So maybe this won't be that skirmish as we thought it would be. But once more, Ego is heading in the direction. They always seem to be finding people in the right direction, shall we say. Could be heading off towards FS, who've also another dangerous team. So the question really is, if they do meet one another, who's going to be winning this particular battle? Team 10, Team 15. Very close proximity to one another. Fox here with the high ground. I think just to try to scout out and see potentially where teams are. Because Team 10, I think they're in a duo situation. They did lose 2 players earlier on. But Fox here is lonesome. Hineko, 77. With the split play, they're just using these vehicles. I think they have definitely realize that something's happening here. It doesn't seem... It's like the quietness is unnerving, shall we say, as they realize something is happening. There's Bernardo gets the knock on Neko, who is just too far away from everybody. Wow, but the sandstorm! If you ever... Hi, Neko. I don't know, bro. It's like game number 1, the EMP zone closed in, and they just stopped at that very point where you could just stay in the corner. Now you get knocked in the open ground, and a sandstorm is on the way, right? This guy, Hideko, today is the day you go take your lotto ticket, right? Because I'm not sure. That's a crazy amount of luck. Absolutely crazy. But anyway, sometimes things play in your favor. Oh, look at that from Fox. Sandstorm ends and turns around, gets the damage onto Sahil. Bin Laden OP also locked in there. We see Fox with a wraparound play. Wants to try to get to a little bit of better high ground to get those shots. Also dragging fire at the same time. Rise not too far off. They were on their vehicle heading in the similar direction earlier on. Would have heard the shots, so maybe they'll be rushing through for a potential third party bit of action. But Fox once more with that repositioning here is waiting for everyone to try to just show face, because he knows even with that bit of damage, they would have had the times to heal back up. So FS, they're playing as safe as they can. They went for a bit of split between the two buildings, knowing that if there's a rush play and utilities are going to be used, so your nades, your mollies, and you're in a duo situation up against a 4-man, it might not be best to stay within the same building. But I just want to take a look at the EMP zone. It still will be to their advantage, right? Because when we hit stage 4, they will be safe because they're more centralized. Ego here, not wanting to be overly aggressive, knowing that FS is a very, very solid team. I mean, look at that. Oh, nice tag damage. Fox takes a bit of damage in return, but gets a huge chunk out of Bin Laden OP, who also has to heal back up. The question is, are they going to be continuing this battle here, Ego, up between these two players, or it's going to be a patience game, but whose patience is going to wear out first? I don't think that they realize that they do have the numbers advantage, Ego. Otherwise, they would have changed their strategy a little bit. But I mean, with the vision that they've had, slowly but surely, I think they'd realize that it's only going to be it's a 3v2 situation, and you can use those vehicles that you have to reposition and go in for the rush play. And so meanwhile, it's going to be finally, it's HJ, they have spotted out HV Sanity. They managed to get the knock onto him. Will we see the flash come through here? He was on his lonesome, as he was a little bit of a delay as they were heading across here. Bucky is the one leading the charge to try to pick up another elimination. We should be able to. I mean, there's no one really close by, and the EMP zone is in there, and it's stage 4, right? So even if you don't really get him in the EMP zone, the EMP zone's going to get it anyway. There's a Molly, as Joker is the one to finish off. The rest of HV, they have decided to make their movement across. They're just here at, well, heading actually straight towards the Rise. Or circling around anyway. But we're just going to switch across to Ego, Fox. This is viewpoint. As they still in that battle. This is a straight battle of attrition between these two teams. It's only the EMP zone, I think, that's really going to change the situation. I mean, Foxy doesn't really want to be too aggressive. If you take in a look at his armor, right, helmet basically non-existent. The same can be said for the vest. Only has one nade, so difficult. Meanwhile, there's going to be a Rise up against HV, Risky the one with the knock, and they've got them locked here on the in the EMP zone. Stage 4 closing in. Ghoster is in a lot of danger. That should be the flush coming through, and that's going to be a quick kill here for Rise, who are trying to get onto Queenie, who is going to be forced out by the EMP zone. Goes in through a little bit of open space, and it's Aineko who manages to get that elimination. She's making her way across the mountain there. And with that, now we're down to the final 5 teams, 16 players remaining. What will be happening next? Oh, Risky took a lot of damage there. Just went to give a little bit of vision, but they're going to have to try to get out from this position. I mean, we're in stage 5, and the zones are going to be closing in ever so quickly at this moment in time. You can be safe for now, but they do have a vehicle close by. Oh, they spot out Joey, and I think Bucky as well. As out there's Bucky taking a lot of damage. But is the strafe movement just keeping him alive? Meanwhile, it's once more, it's Ego from range, and they're heading here towards potential third-party action here onto Rise. Bucky is the one who took damage. Heineko's been knocked, as the members of Rise are now switching to those shotguns. They know they've got the advantage in this close-quarter combat. But Laden takes out Legion and Mr. Bombastic, who, he had a proper moment in time. Oh, but look at the sprint from Risky. He does get the knockout to 2, but he's going to be taking a lot of damage from Smirks. And this could potentially be... Oh, this is a real battle. Yeah, I don't know who's going to be winning this one here. His teammates are going to have to try to get something. The smoke does come out. They should be able to get the revives onto him. Meanwhile, Ego, they were in advantageous position, but now with those the double knocks, Foxy's just like his health is creeping down. It's only going to be Smirks that will be left alive. There was no way for him to get close to Smirks, so Smirks is in a 1v everybody situation. The same can be said for Bin Laden, because Sahil was taken out earlier on by KS. Now it's stage 5 EMP zone. You're gonna have to run. Xbox is trying to hightail it, but he just can't get that movement speed going. He's like, what's going on? This EMP zone is so fast. Could this be an EMP zone kill? Oh my word, he's just trying to get to the very edge. Look at how much of a health he's got. He's like, this is not even just proning. This is like, I'm tired. You catch my breath. Meanwhile, the battle going on here between Rise and HJ. Smoke is being thrown out, but it's... I can't say either team has the positional advantage because of Nade Orbit Bucky with a lovely nade coming through. This looks like it's a absolute war zone. Vehicles on fire, smoke everywhere. Bodies are plenty. There should be the revive coming through here. Risky, making a bit of a risky play, but as Bucky, as you can see, making the rotation across here, wants to try to come in. Does get the revive as Kylie and Bucky making their movements across. They spot out Kylie on the high ground. Risky, can he get the flush? He gets the knock, but the EMP zone is at their back. It's going to be, 30 seconds that they need to hold this position. This is really difficult because you got Joker and Joey on the high ground as well. These two are locked down. Even if they make the movement to the right, you've got the one player, Smirks from Ego, still left. Oh, they got the flush there onto Kylie. And this is now going to be a 3v2 situation. Both players from Rise are quite low as Bucky trying to make that movement across. They've got a nade set. It's going to be the dance around. He does get the knock. It's in the EMP zone. There's a big fight here. They do take down Bucky, but Bucky somehow gets the knock onto 2, and the EMP zone should finish him up as it's Mr. Joker was like, oh, wait a minute here. This is stage 6. He needs to kick down as well. It's a race between him and the EMP Zone. Just makes it in there. Bucky, he paid for those 2 eliminations with his life, but was well worth it. And now we're heading into the final 2 teams. It's Bin Laden up against 2, but the EMP Zone played into his favor here. He gets a ton of damage onto Joey, but it is a 2v1 situation. Molly's coming out here as Bin Laden OP is using those utilities. I mean, that's what you need them for towards the late game. He's got 2 more mollies and 3 more nades. He's gonna rain a storm in here, because if he can get them low and force them out to separate from one another, that's what he really wants to do. He does spot out. There's the first separation and a second. Look at that from Bin Laden OP. Clutch at the end is FS. Massive 14 eliminations and the winner chicken dinner, taking home the chow in the second match here. Murmur for the evening. HJ finishing off second with 4 eliminations. Ego, I would be happy even though they came in as a trio. They picked up 9 eliminations, finishing in third, continuing that very positive trend from them from the first match. Rise picking up 4 eliminations in 4th position. KS, Mr. Bombastic did, and I mean, that was a play in the beginning, right? Has got 7 eliminations. Team finishing in 5th position. No eliminations to HV in 6th position, with one of the SN squads with no eliminations in 7th. And then we have, no name here. A group of friends, I would say. JJ, Crux, Chiba the Goat, and Dexter, no eliminations in 8th. Snipe Nation with 2 eliminations in 9th. MDR, no eliminations. 10th. FSA with no eliminations in 11th position. That brings us to the stars of the show, as a Bin Laden OP going all out, and the finisher as well, with the Rise's risky double 77k with the best companions. No assists and 2 rescues. So well played to everybody involved. This is Lobby B, as we know. Lobby A is still happening at the same time. And we will be heading into that pause screen for just a moment in time. As we get the third lobby, it's going to be Rondo to end it all, with all those revive points. That does make things quite interesting. But third game coming up in just a bit.
I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the wall. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the wall. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the wall. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the wall. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the world. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the world. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. Neon lights on a loaded night. I can smell your fear in the smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the world. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time. smoke and fire. One step closer, no alibis in this game. I don't miss, I don't get tired. Every move you make is wrong. Every second I grow strong. You feel it crawling in your skin. This is where I always win. Welcome to ground zero. Come closer. Where the shadows on your soul. Let it go. You don't run, you don't hide. You already lost control. Welcome to ground zero. Feel it. Hear the silence before you fall. Breathe in. One last breath, one last sound. I'm the echo in the world. Sweet lies dripping from your mouth, but I see through every doubt. Crosshairs steady on your spine. Every heartbeat's borrowed time.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. This is Waylander here, as is Waylander Gaming Kalashnikov's Ultimate Clan Rumble. Game number 3 for day number 1. We're in Rondo, and as we know, Rondo is one of those maps where you really gotta adjust your strategy because of the number of revive points, the stations rather, that's across. Excuse me. I've noticed that the 3-1 split has been insanely popular in Rondo, but with the plane heading out, and it's quite a huge map, and it's not just huge. I mean, the terrain is quite different in different locations, so I mean, it really does test play style. Understanding how to use certain weapons in certain locations and what you're going to be doing. Strategy is going to be coming out here, going to be something good, but as we know, right, there's only one place to look. There's always one place to look, and if I need to say it again, I mean, I'm gonna say it one last time, right? It is New York's factory. As you can see, it is just going to be madness and mayhem from the very start, as pretty much everybody's dropped in here. It's one of the places you can go to really rack up those eliminations, picking up quite a few kills in the mix here, as long as you do the 3-1 split, right? Because to be very honest, we do see a lot of teams who get eliminated here as well. I mean, it is quite a big space. I mean, the test track is also quite close by, as once more it's going to be Eco, who are they've got an elimination already, and but I mean, as we know, there's the revive points here coming through very, very quickly, as expected. I mean, it's always going to be like that, as Snipe Nation gets that damage onto a couple. It's a huge jump. There's the strafe jump coming in as team number 4. They should be able to pick up another elimination for themselves. So Scroof has been taken down. MDR, there was a knock onto Dravy. Will he be hunted down? Sahil has that high ground cover. That rooftop, as we know, is one of those places where everything happens. He does get the drop from that particular location. It's just like, whose camera are we going to be following right now? It's so difficult to tell. Blocks is on that high ground with the peak. Sahil up the staircase. It's going to get flushed. But obviously, you know, the revives will be coming through. As would be expected. Bernardin, OP, we've seen what he did in the last game, and he's starting off here as Romero is the one who's been eliminated here. He gets another pick off, and so it's 1 kill on the board for his team. Meanwhile, on the outskirts, it's MDR. They're in a battle here up against HJ. It seems, from what it seems like, Now HJ making their movement across and out from there. As we just switch cameras to Ego, who are up against 7mm. Could be a clash of the titans between these two teams. Retro, just just at the edge of the doorway, trying to give some vision for his teammates, but no weapons available. So I mean, what are you gonna do if you got no weapons? You're just gonna run through and try to get something sorted out. As we just take a look, just a quick glance across. HJ have a 2-2 split, but meanwhile there's a huge battle going on here on the other end of Neox factory, in the factory itself, where they're here to kill. In that prone position, nobody and has been recalled. Streets is close by as well. With 7mm Mufasa getting something done here. The shots coming from right now. It's here. Retro still without a weapon. Fox has been knocked, and they need to get towards a revive point to try to bring Fox back, but it's going to be difficult from this position to try to leave, especially with Retro having... Okay, now he's managed to finally pick up a weapon, and making his way across right now. They're going to be crossing the building. They see Bucky there in the distance, but Rise is on the outside. How are they going to be playing this? They're moving as a duo until their teammate can be revived and recalled back in. Oh, they do spot out Bucky. Lovely shotgun play from Neko. 77k. But I mean, he's still going to have that opportunity to be recalled himself. Meanwhile, 7mm, they're on the hunt on the outskirts. They have spotted out where Rise is, as Huncho has been knocked and eliminated. Oh, not eliminated. I thought that was the final. It's coming through, must not be taking way too much damage here as they made their way inside. Hideko was there. Mufasa gets the knock onto Retro. This could be it for him. Was this going to be it for Ego? Oh my goodness. 7mm taking them out of the equation, so that's going to be a full team wipe. Nobody there for the revives. Neox Factory doing what Neox Factory does best. I mean, well, we're going to switch across here. Majestic has been knocked. His teammates, some of them have been revived, but not. He's trying to get close for that revive. But Hassan on that high ground, he just dances to a little bit of safety. There has been that knock onto Majestic. Majestic has been eliminated from the game. Meanwhile, this battle between Rise and 7mm, Risky has been knocked. Hancho, who took a lot of damage early on, is into the mix and he gets a knock himself. Oh, if this is going to be a team wipe, it's going to be crazy. Will we see 7mm eliminated as Hancho is going across, and that could be that. Is that a full team wipe for 7mm? I think it is. No. Guru was the one. That 3-1 split once again playing a part. Bernard trying to get something done here onto team number 5. But he needs to wait for his teammates to come across. Majestic has been revived, as we've seen, and will be making that play across. I mean, this is the time. Jean, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you with us. Team number 5 on the hunt here. It's going to be really difficult for Bin Laden OP. You've got Hassan on the high ground, who was just peeking through that that opening on the roof. I mean, you know New York's factory's got those openings. So is KS still in here? I think so. It was only Ego that, yeah, it's only Ego that was like a full elimination. Everybody else is there. You know, Complex, what it's like in Neox Factory. It's brutal at the start. The 3-1 split is very vital. You got to get as much loot as you possibly can, and not really get out. Try and get as many kills as possible before you die. And as long as you've got that one player who is in that 3-1 split, you know you can revive the team, and it's worth it. It's very much worth the risk. Yeah, so I just got that rooftop covered. But how long can you stay on this rooftop? That's the question. It's shown in the past to be a very dangerous location to try to get the lockout. Meanwhile, it's Hancho who's been knocked, and they've already had a couple of revives going their way. It's MDR on the high ground. Risky is close by. Wants to throw out a nade just to force them away from rushing through as Hancho is just crawling to safety in here. Banan is going to be taking too much damage there on the outside. He's trapped here. It's going to be so very difficult to try to get out of this. But I mean, there's still a revive available, so you know things should be okay. It's KS that has pretty much everybody in the building across from them covered, as you can see. From that very, very dramatic start. Oh, finally, Risky gets the knockout to Bin Laden, but who's going to get the flash? Risky goes, makes a play across there, and does get that elimination. However, MDR is here to kill with the second story cover. They're staying safe for the most part. Has seen where Risky is. They have picked up 2 eliminations, have Team 3. Oh, meanwhile, KS's Rolex gets the knock onto MDR Street. Oh, but here to kill gets the knock onto Risky, and that should be Risky taken out of the equation. Hassan's made the play from the high ground all the way across. Wants to try to get out. He knows he's a bit far away from where the team is. He's still continuing with the looting here, just to make sure that he's got everything that he could possibly get here at Neox Factory to get out. Now it's KS who've decided that they've had enough of the patience game. Now want to make their movements across. FSA, I think they could be heading in here for some third-party action. It's Lisi trying to get onto the rooftop. Knows that it is dangerous and wants to gain that little bit of control. But it's only going to be KS up against Snipe Nation's Hassan. Who is on his lonesome right now, but again, recall still available. Will KS be able to hunt him down? That's the question. But just taking a look at the rest of the map very quickly, so you can see where everyone is. A few teams moving in from that safe zone, but it is really closing in quite quickly. Once we hit stage 4, you know, it's going to be a huge change in terms of strategy for how you're going to be making your rotations across. Well, Complex, it was, to be honest, how many teams? I think it was about 7 or 8. I think it was 7 teams, right? If you go back to the very start of when the match was, I think it was 7 teams that were in Neox Factory. Neox Factory is just a death trap. If it's Rondo, there's zero other place. Like I'm saying this from a streamer's perspective, there's zero other place you're going to be heading to on the map. It's straight out Neox Factory. You will get a minimum of 4 teams in the mix. As the nade does come through, a bit of splash damage. Will we see the hunted? Is Mr. Bombastic? He's trying to make the cross, but even it was shotgun versus AR, and AR that comes out on top. Lovely strafing coming through, but we will see the recall on Hassan in just a moment. And so it's KS gaining control of Neox Factory. There's a potential option for some third party from FSA is if they decide to go in for that. That's the big question. Meanwhile, Team 4, Team 6 blocks with the rotation across. Drags is solo. They had lock onto this revive station. Now blocks just with the vehicle reposition. Drags in a bit of danger. Are they going to go for the rush play? They have the numbers advantage, but I don't know if they know that they have the numbers advantage. That's the real question. Elsewhere on the map, there is other battles going on between the players here. Oh, looks like it's MDR up against Rise. As there has been a couple of knocks already here to kill, and Streets take it out for MDR. It's just nobody and Dravy left. But there has been 2 knocks here for Rise. And with one player quite low, we've seen what Mr. Nobody can do from range, as the control is there in the EMP zone as well. Oh my goodness, it is stage 2. It is stage 2. Fear with the vehicle play. He needs to get out as quickly as possible, because you're going to have to revive your team. As Dravy saying you can't leave just yet. Is the chase across the bridge? Who's going to have the driving skills? Dravy, he just drifted off the road. We need to send him for his driver's license. I think that's going to be too much of even though, right, this car is on fire, I think Fear's managed to get away from all of this. Meanwhile, there looks like there's a potential skirmish here in Neok's factory in the midst of the EMP zone. 7mm have joined the hunt here, and they're on to team number 5's KS. Meanwhile, HV, Ghoster taking out HG's Joey and Kylie. As the lock is on here, there's the opportunity right now. Guru's got them in the line of fire. Has to wait. He's going to be nailing those utilities. Mufasa and and Scorpion coming in from the back. The utilities are just being launched. Legion and Olise in a lot of danger, but oh my goodness, Rolex has forces Guru into the prone position. Now we're going to be seeing Scorpion and Puta with that movement across. Shots being fired within the smoke. And this is a play zone battle. Scorpion leading the charge here. They're all switching to those shotguns. It's the rush play inside the compound. Legion trying to prime the cover. Who's going to get this? There's the shotgun. Oh, but Legion. Beautiful strafing there. Gets the knock at Guru. And the flush as well. Mr. Bombastic has been knocked. But Guru trying to get into the mix. But Scorpion's going to be taken out. He's going to have to go and make a play. Mufasa coming in from the other side. But Rolex waited. And Rolex with the kill. Oh my goodness, it's just Mufasa who entered this battle, managed to get, I think a knock, but it's going to have to hightail it, right? Because the revive points are still available, but you don't want to be staying in what is clearly going to be a 4v1 situation. KS coming out on top in the battle, revived everybody up, but they're going to have to make those plays across to the safety zone. Meanwhile, HV and HJ, they had a big old battle, and as you can see, HV coming out on top in that particular match up, and that's a complete elimination, complete team wipe. We're down to 10 teams, 32 players remaining. We're heading into the dying moments of stage 3. You're gonna have to get out. This is the time you really need to move, right? You don't want to be this deep into the play zone, but oh my goodness, Drags, has he been eliminated? Yes, he has. But FS, they went straight past. I think, what was it? Team 13. They just drove straight past them. They're just outside the stadium. It was just there to reposition. They're going for the high ground. They want to wait for the opportunity for Team 13 to make their way out so that they can potentially get some eliminations. Unless they didn't notice as they were driving past. Because, I mean, Team 13 were inside the buildings and staying more or less safe, shall we say. The high ground is there for them, but are they going to be turning around to try to get something done? There's shots being fired as Shadow just trying to see where the damage is coming from. It was that the EMP zone forced Team 13 out of the way, and they did spot out Shadow R here, who does heal up and knows that the EMP zone is the one that's going to... Oh, what a shot onto Sandman! But it's going to be the response from Dexter. As Sam has been eliminated, Shadow's been knocked. It's only Mobicel. And where is Mobicel? He is trapped here between Snipe Nation and then Team 13 at this moment in time. He's trying to get something done. Shots being fired onto Crux here. who is trying to look for that elimination, does get the elimination. Shadow Mobisol taking a lot of damage. It's going to be KS from one end with everybody heading across. Meanwhile, Team 13, they're also in danger as well, as SN are on the hunt. They're making their way across. Sandman's been taken out. That should be an elimination. We just got to see Goof and Co. just clearing house. And just like that, we're down to 6 teams. My goodness, the MP zone really closing in fast at this moment in time. Yes, making their way across towards the center, where team number 4, they are already in position and have definitely spotted out FS, but Fendi walking into danger there, just trying to get into the vehicle with Heal, the one with the elimination. And now it's going to be Romeo and Traps, the only 2 left for team 4, as Romeo is just trying to rain in a nade storm just to provide a bit of protection. Maybe some smoke would be used for some cover just to be able to reposition, because you don't want to be in the 2v4 situation. And with KS coming across the mountain, as you can see, Romeo taking a lot of damage in here. KS from range, but SN as well on the move. Now it's going to be team number 4. They're trapped up a little bit here. HV, they've made their way into the mix as well, as all the teams are converging on this point. HV, like we said, had a lovely start to the game. Picked up a full team wipe and an extra spare kill to count. They're on the very edge of the EMP zone. Using the scope here just to gain that little bit of vision, because you don't want to make your movement across in too much of a hurry. They do have 2 vehicles. Meanwhile, Traps does get the knock onto Bin Laden. The plays are coming through here. It's going to be a big battle here on the top of this mountain, as 3 of the 6 teams remaining are all heading out for a big brawl here. Romeo with the reposition. Traps is doing really well. Fire spray coming out here. There's Romeo. What a strafe between him and Traps. They set this up, knocked it down, get into the prone position here just to try to stay a little bit safe. You know that this is going to be very dangerous. It's HV with a rush play out to the top of the mountain. We've got 5 teams remaining. Like we said, 3 of them are all in one location right now. And that's legitimately 60% of the map, all in one space. SN just not too far away, as Hassan manages to take it down a 4 from range, manages to get 1 elimination, and so we're down to the final 4 teams. 2 of them are heading off into this huge battle, but on this high ground, it's been the control coming out from team 4. Romeo and Traps have been in that duo situation. I mean, they've already taken out 1 4-man. Can they do this? They get the knock onto Sanity, and from the 2 of them, this has been insane. Mr. Bombastic, he's just waiting for that potential pick-off play, as we will see the teams having to make their movements across very soon, because it's stage 6 in under a minute. Looks like it's a wraparound play, and they managed to get the knock onto Romeo. Oh my word. As HV, they pick up, I think they should be able to get both eliminations here. Ghoster has been knocked. The same for Insane. It's Queenie left up against Traps, but decides to go for the much safer play, gets the revive, and will reposition to try to get the revive onto Ghoster, with Traps on the hunt. Will Ghoster be taken down? Will Queenie be able to get in for the rescue? That's the big question. He's trying to play a little bit safe. Knows that Traps is coming across. Traps was waiting for that. Gets the knock onto Queenie, but Insane is still around. We should see Ghoster being taken out. Traps, he's gonna try to hunt down Queenie, but I can't be too aggressive because Insane is still up and running, can provide that bit of protection. But Queenie is being hunted down slowly but surely. He does see, oh, lovely play from Traps. I mean, this guy has legit been on fire. We would have seen Insane for that little bit of a pixel. Can he get us? The MP zone. He's got a bit of tag damage in there. The MP zone might be able to force him out, but he's going to have to be careful because KS is on the rise as well. They're on in a more centralized position right now, and he is solo. But for a solo guy, he's not playing it all that safe. He's like, I don't really care if I'm solo or not. He knows the MP zone should be able to finish the job off there onto Insane. Unless he can get out, but Insane will be heading straight into the arms of Snipe Nation there. But Traps just with that reposition on the edge of the mountain club. It is, if we just take a look at the map itself, just a quick glance, it's actually KS who's going to have to be making the dangerous play, and that's across a river. The shot caller there is definitely going to have to be on point in terms of decision making, because it's not going to be easy. Snipe Nation now, and KS, the ones with the full players, but Traps, he could be heading straight towards Hassan here, who has spotted out where Traps is. They're going in. He's trying to use that the cover of the landscape to his advantage. And there's Hassan. Now he's going to be spotted out from range from KS. They're using that the fact that they don't have to be in everybody's face here and have the range across the river. But like I said, it's going to work for now. But in the next 30 seconds or so, they're going to have to make that decision. How are they going to be getting across here? And it's really SN who would have the positional advantage as we're heading into the latter part of this tournament. You can see Mr. Bombastic already making that movement across. The DC has been spotted out here as the Sun trying to get as much poke damage as possible. With Traps here on the high ground, he has to be careful, however. But Traps is just waiting. He's waiting like a spider for a fly, just for any little bit of overextension. And he's the one draining in fire here. He knows that the EMP zone is gonna force them all away. He just needs to get that bit of tag damage. Rolex has been knocked. Now he has to reposition. He's on the very edge of the EMP zone, but this is the dance, the deadly dance. He's got the shotgun out. He gets the knock onto his son. Oh my goodness. Traps. Does he get the knock onto Blocks as well? He does. Oh no, Musgrove is the one who manages to finally take him out there. I mean, what a play there coming through from Traps throughout the course of this. And now we're into the final bit of the game. It was KS. They took this opportunity to get across the river while the firefight is happening between the 4v1 situation. But now it's going to be a 3v3 in the mix. And it's the last minute of stage 7. High ground advantage going to Snipe Nation. KS. They need to plan this out properly because the slope is exquisitely steep, shall we say. They need to be very, very clever in terms of how they're going to be timing this. Oh, Mr. Bombastic gets spotted out, but gets the knock onto Hassan. Wants to go for the flash. He does. He chances it. Has been knocked himself. Where's his teammates though? They're not close. Okay, they are sort of close enough. He's going to have to slide down. His teammates will be able to get the revive. Now it's going to be a 3v2 situation. But still the high ground is there. Olisi Bombastic Legion up against Opa and Scoof. Roof is quite low. Took a damage on the nade. He does get the knock. The MP zone is in there. It should be a 1-for-1 exchange overall, but that's going to leave Opa in a lot of hot water. But Opa is trying to get the battle with Elise. Oh my goodness. Now it's going to be Legion up against Opa, but Legion can't get that climb up the mountain. The MP zone is crawling in. He's trying to find that right angle to get to the top because Opa is in the golden spot right now. It's a proper 1v1 and Opa with the high ground. However, if Legion is patient, he takes a look at the minimap, he realizes he's very central in terms of where the EMP zone is. So instead of trying to get up to where Opa is going to have to come down to him. He's going to have to wait this. Be patient, silent, don't even breathe. Because the EMP zone is going to play their part of the side of KS. But SN, Snipe Nation, I mean, they're experienced, they're old hands at this game. What's Opa's strategy at this moment in time? He knows the EMP zone's going to force him out, even though he has the high ground. It is very difficult, as you can see. I mean, look at where this is, right? You can just take a look at where the two players are. It's going to be this spot right here. Maybe even longer than this. We're heading down to the final seconds here. It's going to be heading towards stage 9. Who's going to be making the movement across first? That EMP zone tightening in. Legion is going to have to make that move to the right. Opa is going to have to come down. The battle between the two looking tasty. The anxiety, the anxiousness is just building. This EMP zone is like a spotlight on the two of them, as it's just a spotlight, maybe even a halo, as because one of them is going to win this year. Opa, you can see the preparation being done by him. Is he going to be the one to make that play off the high ground? Is Legion going to be making the play up from the low ground? Like legitimately, it's gonna close in on this particular spot here. Legion might be safe if he actually stays against the edge of the wall. Opa is gonna have to. I think he's gonna have to make the play coming through as the play zone is tightening. I don't think we've ever seen water this get any tighter than this. It's stage 9 and less than 30 seconds. It's a really tightening in here. What a spot this play zone had to close in. It's gonna be the size of a needle very soon. Who makes the move? Who? The nades coming through. Clever, but difficult, right? It's very difficult to land the nades from that range. But wow, a nade from Opa gets that bit of tag damage onto Legion. And now it's just about repositioning. Legion has to move. Has to. This EMP zone's gonna force it. He's stuck in this location as the EMP zone will be making that play. He's trying to run through that. But this EMP zone, this is stage number 9. It's gonna hurt way too much. That nade damage the play zone takes out Legion and Snipe Nation with a chicken dinner. And it is 13. Whoa, 13 eliminations going the way of Snipe Nation and the winner chicken dinner. KS doing really well with 9 eliminations, finishing off in second position. VXE with 10 eliminations. Wow, 9 of them going to traps, right? I'm not gonna lie, traps have really shone in this third and final game of the evening. Finishing off in third, we have HV with 6 eliminations in 4th position. The other SN squad, no eliminations in 5th, with FS picking up 5 eliminations in 6th position. FSA 1 elimination in 7th. And then we've got Sandman, Crux, and Dexter with 1 elimination in 8th. MDR 7 eliminations in 9th, 7mm, 3 eliminations in 10th position. Rise picking up 6 elimination in 11th, HJ 1 elimination in 12th, and Ego were the first team eliminated, which was quite shocking. I mean, they had 2 proper games coming up, but you know, you can't win them all. Finishing off in 13th position with 3 eliminations, sorry. And well, we won't get a finisher, right, because it was the play zone that took out Legion. Traps guaranteed was going to be the going all out with 9 eliminations. Best companion goes to Rescues Olisi with 5 rescues and an assist. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Trading. Yeah, this is going to be I think this is the very first one for the Ultimate Clan Rumble, the first matchup, but I could be misspeaking. I'm sure the tournament organizers proper, which is a Kalashnikov, which is a name I just love to say. I will inform you all about this. If you want to join in, check out our socials here, Waylander Gaming. We will get you introduced to Kalashnikov, and then you can join their group chats from there and potentially get your team in the mix for future upcoming tournaments. But well played to everybody. Big shout out to Kalashnikov for bringing us this action here that we get to stream live on Waylander Gaming. Well done to all the teams in Lobby B for a stellar performance and quite an exciting show. We will catch you all on the next Ultimate Clan Rumble. That's going to be taking place next week, Monday. However, However, we will not be ending with the PUBG action. It's ground zero. Tuesdays, Wednesdays coming up this week. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to smash that like, share, and subscribe button, and we will catch you all on the next stream. Thank you for watching.